discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, this video is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering you a free audiobook with a 30-day free trial membership. All you need to do is go to audibletrial.com/bgunlocked. The link is in the description below, and now enjoy the video. Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for Tapestry, this is the new discussion based off of no more hype around this game. There's no more outside influence, so there's no expectations. And one quick errata is in the last discussion that I said that people got paid to do their reviews. A guy who works at Stonemaier did comment and say we don't do that. So I'm here to apologize for stating that. I was incorrect, so just re-correcting on that. So what do you guys think of Tapestry?
It was not too bad.
It's okay.
It's okay. I mean, I don't have like Civ games to really reference. I think I did some kind of Wonders game.
You did Seven Wonders. That's kind of a Civ game, more or less.
I mean,
did you ever play Sid Meier's Civilization on PC?
Way back.
Okay.
It was like the Xbox version.
Gotcha.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
Sid Meier's Civilization.
So okay. But yeah, so the games, what do you think?
Yeah, I also thought it was alright.
Yeah,
And I'm definitely just going to say it's alright. It's long.
This game is long. It says 90 to 120 minutes. We probably did that 120.
It's like a 2-hour game.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours. Which I guess for a Civ game is not horrible.
No, but considering...
So here's the thing. I will say, if you've watched my previous discussion for this, my feelings towards it are better than what it was last time. But here's the thing. This game is... it's completely overrated for everyone who is like raving about this. This is a, at best, okay game. It has decent mechanics. For a Civ game, it's very simple. But you kind of do a whole lot of nothing to get... Like, for 2 hours, like, in a Civilization game, what you want, at least what I want, is I want to see my progression. I want to see my civilization grow. And I'm going to say this right up front. The fact that they put this little blurb here hurts this game. The fact that if this wasn't here, no one would have any civilization expectations. You wouldn't be comparing it to Through the Ages. You wouldn't be comparing it to Seven Wonders. You wouldn't be even comparing it to Sid Meier's Civilization, because you wouldn't have that already going in. So they should have just named it Tapestry, and it could have been whatever people would deem it as that, or name it literally whatever else, because you see no progression. There is no thematic ties to this. The fact that you went from Maker of Fire to Theocracy to Capitalism to... I mean, yours kind of makes sense. You just structured, like, different types of government in yours. But me to go from Maker of Fire to Broker of Peace, okay. To Espionage, to then the Dark Ages, there's no theme. I mean, it was kind of fun, me thematically saying what I did to do that. But I have to aggressively throw that on the game.
Like, normally in a Civilization game, like, there are era cards.
Yeah.
Choose from.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. There are, hey, this is Era 1, so no, you're not going to be getting computers in Era 1. By Era 3, then you do. So, Devin, I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you like? Let's start with dislikes. What do you not like about the game?
Well, I mean... I have difficulties with the dislikes. I mean, because I'm kind of limited. I suppose it lacks a little wow factor.
Okay.
I mean, the materials are nice.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. I'm just kind of at a meh.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of had a great taste. I mean, it's like I wouldn't really come back to it. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I think that like just isn't a dislike, and in.
But it could be taste oriented.
Sure.
I mean,
And I like Civilization games. I like having that feel of like progression and like thematically being like, this is what I'm going to do. Because you can also play, like, for example, Through the Ages and never change your government. You could never go into military and literally have guys with with bows and arrows, but you're really advanced in computers and things like that. So that's the kind of fun part about Civilization. And you don't really get that here. Like, this entire game revolves around you gain some resources and then you go up on 4 tracks. That's it. Like, and they all kind of do something different.
Yeah.
Like, but they're all still relatively, you're going to be placing exploration, so that's going to get you some points. Military, you're going to be conquering. I do like the fact that in a Civ game, like, you conquering me doesn't hurt me in any way.
Oh, yeah.
That is nice, because there's nothing worse than, like, yeah, I'm going to build all this up, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to demolish everything we've just spent 2 hours fucking doing. So there's none of that. That is nice. And you get a bunch of points for conquering, or resources, which get you, further up on certain tracks. Science is really nice, revolves around getting some Tapestry cards, furthering up your advancement on other tracks while also gaining some benefits. And then technology, you gain a shit ton of points. You gain the technology cards, which I specifically went for the ones that gave me points. And then I literally went for markets. So there is a theme. And what we've kind of found out was final score was 198 to 185 to 113. I went an all in on really food, like the farms and the markets, and that seemed to kind of work. But I don't know. I wouldn't sit here for another 2 hours to play this. And like I said, I enjoyed this run through better than the first time.
Right.
So that is a positive to the game. A negative to the gaming industry, that hype can actually influence a person's mindset when they're playing a game, because the expectation is so high that you come in expecting this glorious fucking revolutionary Civ game, and you're like, wait, we spend a resource and go up on a track and that's it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, turn quality. I mean, it was kind of neat getting, later in, and it's like, oh, I have all this. This is giving me points. That's giving me points. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, turn composition is incredibly simple. It's like, okay, which track do I want to go up on? Do I have the resources?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few combo turns where it's like, oh, I'm going to be getting a house, which also gets that, which gives me the extra resource, which lets me do another track. Or, hey, I conquer. Hey, I'll take the resource.
Yeah.
And
then just keep going like that. I mean, that is a positive of the game. I do like games where the players kind of dictate the speed. So if you wanted to, like, you get a really good Tapestry card that the one you currently have kind of sucks, you can instantly income and be like, okay, boom, I'm going to already be here, and then I'm going to be able to, like, if I had gotten the Industrialism card, like, early on, then I would have been like, oh, I'm going to get that, and then benefit from the fact of constantly, because then I would have constantly been getting these circle points as I also get them again when I advance. So you get some neat combos, but really, it's luck of the draw, how your strategy is going to go. I don't like that. Like, Cat got capitalism, and I'm like, that's perfect for me.
Right.
Specifically for me. I will never get to try that. Yeah. I will, like, if my strategy is markets, I will never get to use capitalism. Where in other Civ-type games, you get to, you went that route, I can also go that route if I want to. We're not limited based off just luck of the draw.
Right.
So I don't like that. I really don't like this part at all.
The capital city.
Yeah, because you get shit. You really get shit for it. I'm placing all these just to get one resource, or hey, I get an extra point. Yeah. Granted, if I had gotten 5, I might have been trying to go for these, because then I would have gotten 15 points for that. But it's just this is just annoying. It's not even really fiddly. It's just kind of like.
It's a puzzle add-on.
Yeah.
Like, if you like to kind of like it's like at one point I got one, I think, row, and I was like, now I'm just gonna put them wherever I want, because I'm not gonna put too much effort.
Right.
My fucking tank factory barn.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, components are great. Like the fact, this game, I should say, this game is $100. Mainly because of these. The fact that these are pre-painted, and I mean, they're not cheap, which is good. Cards are really nice. Love it. But at the end of the day, this is just kind of, I don't really care for this at all. Like, I would have enjoyed more of a place them on a tile, and hey, I'm going to place a farm there, and so every income phase I get, whatever that farm is on, or something like that. There'd be a reason to kind of do the board a little bit more. All in all, there's really no reason to kind of do that. The exploration is kind of fiddly, where you're like, wait, so is this like, do I get a water point for that too? Because it's just, and the fact that they went a small rule book, there's no clarification whenever you're coming in here and being like, oh man, so like whenever you mention landmarks, and I, by quickly looking at it, I said landmarks, and it was like landmark miniatures. I'm like, oh yeah, these, okay, yeah, so you're getting a shit ton of points. And then I'm glad you double checked. You're like, are these landmarks? And I'm like,
because it felt broken as hell.
I'm like, oh no, they are not. So, and I thought so too. So Kat, what are your thoughts? You said it was okay?
Yeah, I'm just generally not like super impressed with it. It's not, the craziest game I've ever played. It's not the worst game I've ever played. It's a little long for my taste, just for what it is. I never felt like I was actually playing like a civilization game. I just felt like I was just allocating my resources, like a resource placement game.
Yeah.
And then like with some civilization flair to it.
Like I was explaining to Kat, she's like, "So is Tapestry a Civ game?" And I'm like, "It's the LaCroix of of civilization games. You kind of get a little taste. It smells like a Civ game.
Okay, so
like the orange one smells like an orange, but it tastes like ass."
So there's a good meme for this, which is where it's Chris from Family Guy yelling at his family, and he's like, it's Meg. It's Meg. Yeah, you guys think you're so much better than me. This is Tapestry yelling at like
through the ages.
And, yeah.
Yeah, when they're all pompous.
Yeah, because it's like, well, we are. So
I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make that meme. So
that's kind of what this feels
that
like
is funny.
So I'll kind of leave it at that. But
yeah,
I'm generally not impressed with this game.
Sure. So really, a couple quick questions. Do you think that the four? Because really, exploration and military go together. Like you gain points for each place you conquer. Over there, you gain points how high you up.
Yeah, that just felt natural to me. That's why I went that route.
Right, and then you have science and technology going together. So that sure. That makes sense. But do you guys feel like there's one avenue that's more broken than the rest?
Maybe tech if like you're left alone to run away with it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you there.
You did stack quite a bit, and the fact that it refreshes on like the number of techs you have.
Yeah,
you get a point for each tech that you have.
So, and just 3 into the tree there, and you're suddenly doubling on however many techs you've collected so far.
So essentially, I gained 1, 2, 3, 4. I gained 18 points.
Yeah, because I know early game you were generating quite a bit on your income phase, victory point wise. And
and it also didn't help that I literally took these ones. So Kat made a good point. The fact that I ran away with all the ones that came out that were victory points whenever they got to the circle one or the top one, that probably didn't help your guys' cases either, just because you guys let me. You didn't touch technology.
Yeah, it was your build. That's fine. I felt like mine was doing okay, and we were pretty close.
We were really close.
Like, honestly, I was kind of doing a little tally there. If I had gone to the middle before you, granted, you would have gotten the knockdown first. Because you would have gone second. Though I don't know if you would have...
I probably wouldn't have tried to knock down.
You still wouldn't have tried
it. I didn't think about it. I thought about it, like, halfway through just to get the extra 5 points. I'm surprised you didn't bull rush the tech tree there to try and get the extra 5 points back here.
Yeah.
Because I thought about it, but the fact that these are knocked down, I'd have to explore or conquer and then go around this way.
I can't say how it would have turned out, but I was like, if I knocked that down, but then I may not have gotten 2 knockdowns on you.
Sure.
So I could have gone after Kat, honestly.
But I had the benefits of this one, getting 5 points for each one I completed.
Right.
So it didn't even matter where I was, but it would have been close. The fact that you were at 185, I was at 198, so 13-point difference. It's still really close.
Yeah.
Kat was doing really good. I feel like you just spaced out at the latter half of the game, because you were keeping up with us for a while. Then you're like, all right, I guess I'm done.
Ran out of resources.
Yeah. I don't know. Like initially, when I first played this game, I thought there was there was an unbalance to these, but I really don't think there are. I think that. It's kind of simplistic. If you're gonna go tech, do your markets. If you're gonna go exploration, do your food. They all kind of. If you're gonna go there, it's just one of those things that it's very simple. It's color coded. So military, do your armories, and then you'll gain benefits because you're conquering. So you're gonna get points each time for all the spaces you've conquered.
Right.
So they go hand in hand. If you're doing military and you're also doing farms, well, that's a little weird. You're probably not gonna get as much points. So. So the other thing was these. Do you guys think these are balanced? The special abilities. These, I should clarify, have been errated. Like, they have come out with basically like a separate version to balance out these. From first edition to the second edition.
They didn't consider them balanced.
Initially, yes. And that is true. I do remember specifically reading that. kind of ignored it because I was like, oh, I'm never going to play that game again. But I ended up doing it. So I don't know if the version I have here is has those included. But what do you guys think?
Well, I mean...
Because I let us pick.
Yeah.
Like, based off the rules. I didn't just randomize and be like, here, do with what you got. I wanted to... Okay, these are the two I got.
Right. I mean... Mine essentially let me get, except for that first era where you guys didn't play what I needed. I mean, I just was generating at 10 victory points from there on in. 6 to 10. So, that's pretty well all mine was. I get to copy some free point ability.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah. Kat?
Yeah, I didn't notice any unbalanced.
What did yours give you?
Mine was I could place on here and then just bump myself up on the
Goes
track.
up once on the track.
And gain the benefits.
Yeah.
But
So,
not
but she, yeah. So I mean, and then mine was I had to complete a track or be higher than everyone, which is virtual, and get a point for each opponent. Which was I don't think I ever got more than 2 points on that because I had a card I almost was gonna do socialism, which advance or regress to match the closest opponent. And I was going to do that to catch up to one of you guys and then advance to that. But what sucked is every time the closest one was ever this one. Every time like you would be here or it'd be like that, so I would only catch up to that one. So you guys were never on the same one for me to jump and match with you. So I'm like, man, that's such a waste. But that's why I fought so hard for these because I was going to get so I don't know. I do think they're unbalanced in a way. I thought, like, yours in particular was kind of lame. Like, oh, okay. Because, like, where you're at on the track, it might not even be good for you to do that one. And it might never be good for you to do that one. Yours was, I thought, was the best one here. Because being able to copy...
It felt pretty great.
And then you almost copied the other one again before you nuked it to gain almost...
When it was just... unbalanced, we were reading it wrong.
Right. But still, being able to copy anyone's, like, because you copied my espionage to copy your trap, you get another 10. So, and then mine was just really fucking difficult to do. So, I don't know. I don't really care for these. There's a bunch of them in the game. There's 16 that come straight into the game. Your mystics, like, that you would have had to... They're unique. And they're...
Let me look at that again now that I know the game.
Right.
I'm like, huh.
Yeah, so they're unique. They are different. They're not a type of civilization. You're not like America who gets this benefit or anything. You're just kind of these generic titles.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, I guess.
Leave it up to interpretation.
Sure. So this game is virtually themeless. You have to put in a lot to get a theme out of it.
You gotta really use that imagination.
You gotta use that imagination, which I thought was kind of fun.
Oh.
At least for me, I thought it was. I mean, it was kind of neat for me too.
I mean, it's not bad for someone who's just like doesn't mind being creative, but like to someone who's very
very mechanical, very logical. It's like boom, boom, boom. This is what it is. I went broker piece, espionage, and Dark Ages.
Left-brained, right-brained.
Left-brained.
Someone who's like incredibly left-brained who enjoys strategy games. Who's like, yeah, this is gonna be a civilization game.
Right.
I could see someone like that having trouble.
Right.
Not because they're not capable, but just because that's just not their thing.
Sure. And I mean, just to give a couple of examples, Kat, what was your second one? Was it Traders?
Yes. And to be honest, I didn't feel like being a trader, so that's why I didn't
Sure.
choose that.
So the traders prefer to connect with other civilizations economically, not militarily. You start with 4 player tokens here. At the beginning, you may place one from here on any territory on the map matching one of these descriptions. An empty territory, gain 1 point per adjacent territory controlled by opponents. If an opponent later conquers this territory, you may gain the benefit of any unselected conquered die as if you rolled it. Or territory with exactly 1 opponent outpost, gain the benefit of the territory. Remember that a territory with 2 tokens cannot be conquered. So that would have been really good for you because he was conquering and...
Doesn't sound like traders though to me.
I guess not. It's like it's like you're connecting with them by placing your fucking
I guess. Yeah.
Mine was Alchemist. The Alchemists love to push their luck. This is what Josh had. In the hopes of accelerating advancement. At the beginning, you roll the science die and mark the result here with a player token. So it's one kind of like yours. You mark a player token. If you roll an advancement, you've already rolled, or you may then roll again or stop. If you roll an advancement you already rolled, you bust. Remove all tokens and gain resources as consolidation for your terrible luck. Otherwise, when you stop, you may advance on each of the advancement tracks. you rolled. Each time the final result of this ability would push you off the end of the track, gain 5.
Pretty fucking
So basically, you
So at every income, he gets to
roll this die 1 to 4. So it's like, okay, like, so I put one on the exploration. Okay. Oh, that's military, so he can keep going. If he goes again, science,
Nice.
then he could stop and then go once on science, military, and exploration.
for free.
But if he busts, so if I did it again, so I bust there, I would get 3 resources. Or I would gain 1 resource as a consolidation. So so these are unique. They're different. But they're not, I don't think, they're not all created equal.
So if there has been an errata on the characters, and if you played this last before it was errata, then it's considering you have that.
Well, they weren't all changed. Like, some of them
oh.
were changed to kind of be a little bit more beneficial. Because I remember the one I had the first time I played this game, it was fucking garbage.
Okay.
I don't remember,
sure
I mean, I'm sure if I looked through here, I'd find it, but I don't want to. But there's 16, there's some really neat ones, but I really don't find them, like, some of them are kind of neat, but like, oh wow, I could get lucky, or oh wow, I bust again, okay, well, but you just get to copy, whatever.
Even though it's only like the second time you've rolled the dice, and you're like... Oh.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so, oh wow, that's tech, and then, oh, tech, okay, I bust.
Yeah.
So... It's just, I mean, I remember Josh busting, but then if he's going off the tracks, so if he's advancing like crazy, then every time he would advance one, he would gain 5 points.
Nice.
So that he would constantly, but you only get to do that so many times. But yeah, I mean, this game's okay. Like, it's simple to learn. If you don't really care about any civilization progression or anything like that, I guess try this out. The Tapestry cards, even though they're random, like, they're different. It's just okay.
Yeah. All right.
So, no one went freaking space route.
Oh, I was trying to get there so bad. I was mapping it out. I was one.
These are pretty good because
short.
like whenever you get them, you just you I don't remember, like this one right here, you get a food, a culture, and 8 points.
Nice.
Like this one, you get a tapestry, place another tapestry, and gain a point for each tapestry you
Gross.
have. This one, you get a house and get 1 point for each house. So these ones,
Wow.
like conquer a territory, gain 1. So space exploration is I mean, it's
cool.
roll a science die, get 6 points. You know, things like that. So they're interesting. Oh, this one would have been perfect. Gain the tech, upgrade the tech, get a point for each tech. That would have been perfect for me. But like, you're only getting you can get a max of 3, 3 science. But yeah, so very themeless game. Not bad at 3 actually. So that's a positive. And yeah, I mean, still relatively close. What do you guys think of the player elimination? I guess it's not really elimination, but
I mean, you do have to be careful, but I mean, like, if you run out like I did and you just run out, it's like,
yeah, you're just sitting there.
I better hope that they're efficient with their turns and that they're not just like putting around and it's not, 40 minutes later.
Right. That is one, and then 2, the thing that I hate the most, not so much that the player elimination is the fact that your final score is visible. So, like, once Kat was at 113 and I did one thing, and she already knew she lost, so she has no investment in the way the game ends.
Right.
Like, Everdell, for example, is a game where players can end quicker than others, but all points are scored at the end.
Yeah.
So you don't know. So that kind of leaves some excitement. Here, it's just like, 113, okay, beat it. Once you got to 185 and I was still going, it's like, you're sitting there hoping, well, I hope he doesn't have enough points. Oh, well, he passed me.
Because, like, this whole time, like, let's say it was, like, a real close game the whole time, and we're just like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Well, all of a sudden, someone's gonna have to end, and as soon as someone passes that back and forth, you're like,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
can't do anything.
All right, great. Yep,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
I guess I lost, and I guess you don't have to sit here, but if you're recording, you have to sit there the whole
Right,
time.
yeah.
And I think that's what happened to me in the first recording. Is I think I finished before everyone, and once they passed me, I was just furious because I'm like,
Yeah. 'Cause you're like,
okay,
there's
that's
nothing you can do.
yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. So, and then the texts really don't fucking matter. Like the fact that it's calendar, comm tower, like none of that is thematic in any way. I know I'm in the Dark Ages, but I guess I have a comm tower.
Right.
Like, so.
Like, I have a comm tower, but I can't read.
In my calendar.
I have credit cards, but I'm still in symbology.
Yeah.
It's funny, I guess, but yeah. So,
2 ice runes.
I'm just carving into the plastic, because I have plastic to make my credit cards. And rubbers, ooh. So,
Your dildos.
with my dildos. So, with that being said, scale of 1 to 10, Devin.
I will rate it give it a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Slightly above average?
I mean, they ain't good. I mean, it may be like a bit of like maybe a taste thing also for me. But I feel like that affects all of them. But it was okay. It's not bad. But yeah, it definitely lacked
Any type of excitement. Yeah.
So 6.
Was there ever a point that you were like, this is kind of going long?
Yes.
There was? Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Especially at the end, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So, Kat?
I'll give it a 6 too. I'll give it a 6.
That's
as
interesting.
well.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's more than average, I had a reason for that, and I completely spaced. Oh, because it's a Stonemaier game, and quality is key. I am very impressed by these little mini things. I think that means a lot. I will say, while like the art is very flat on the board, the art like through the tapestry and the box art like is very beautiful.
The box art I do like.
I know you really enjoy like the quality of like the cardstock and everything else. So I do think that matters.
Sure.
Stonemaier does make beautiful games.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so Stonemaier, so like I gave it a 4 the first time I played it. I'm gonna give it a 5. Like, it does go up. Like, I wasn't fuming by the end of it. It definitely was a better experience, but it's still a whole kind of lot of nothing. There's really, like, now I will say I wasn't sitting there watching the clock like I have with other games, but by looking at it, it's like, that was 2 hours, and there was a point in the run-through I was like, I don't know how I'm so high. Like, I was like, you're just going through the motions.
You did the math, but you're like, it's kind of like when you zone out on a car ride and you're like, my foot is on the pedal and I'm going 70.
How'd I get home? So, I mean, and I went in with a completely different mindset, wasn't expecting a Civ game. So it does go up a little bit for me, but still, I wouldn't come back to this one. I think unfortunately Stonemaier missed the mark on this one. So it goes up a little bit, but not too much. Average game. Quality-wise, you mentioned the minis and things like that. They're good, but they don't do anything. They literally sit on this grid.
Yeah.
Like, there's no representation of your civilization out on the board. They do look nice. Yeah. I wouldn't pay $100 for this, and I didn't because this was actually a review copy. So they sent it to me just like they did between two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. They sent this one. I asked them that I would do it again. So I guess if you're at this point in the discussion, take what we say with a grain of salt. But I'm not sitting here praising it either. So, I didn't pay $100 for it, but I did pay $100 the first time. No, I think it was $80 on pre-order, but still, like, it's an expensive game for a average 2-hour game. So that's it. That's our thoughts on Tapestry, everyone. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.